Alright, let's talk about equipping gear real quick. This is pretty cool stuff. So they've added a queuing system where as quickly as you can double click everything, it queues it up and you don't have to wait on the timers anymore. Also, there's only 0.75 second duration on the equip timer now. So you can get geared up pretty quickly if you are naked. Now, if you are not naked and you want to switch gear or take something off, it still takes the original time to ungear or switch pieces. But equipping from a naked point is very fast. Also, speaking of naked, there's a get naked button, which is effectively the same thing as a robe. It takes 20 seconds and it will de-gear you without having to have the robe. That's pretty convenient. So this is all just pretty cool to take the tedium out of gearing up. Alright guys, so I left the spell changes out on purpose, but I figured the vets would want to hear a quick little video on what changed. The reason I left them out is because I'm going to be doing like more in-depth videos in the near future on all the different spell schools, but I'll go ahead and include what they changed here. So as far as requirements go, Begone was changed to 50 greater magic, Heal Other was reduced to 10 greater magic, and Missile Fury was reduced to 15 greater magic. All good changes because we need a little bit more early on in greater magic to level with, and that stuff's pretty important, so it's nice to get it early on. Also, some spells that were removed were Magic Shield, Magic Ward, Blast, Frailty, Blessing, Spell Curse, Evil Eye, Mental Weakness, Mystic Shield, and Mystic Ward, because a lot of these were deemed useless and BPG just didn't want newbies investing in these spells only to find out later that it was a waste of time. Okay, modified spells. That's the ones I'm showcasing right now, like Tornado right there. So the cooldown was reduced by 17% and cast time was reduced by 66%. So it did decent damage. It killed 2 goblins in one shot. It's not bad. Needle's cooldown was reduced by 25% and the cast time was reduced by 50%, and the damage was barely reduced. So it's actually semi-usable now. It doesn't take forever to charge up and have this massive cooldown, so that'll be nice for leveling Witchcraft early on too. Healing Chant, even though no one uses it yet, the radius was increased by 100% and the magnitude by 10%, so it's just a bigger area. So all these field AoEs like Thunderstorm, Acid Rain, and Flames of Vengeance had their damage doubled, so they actually do really good damage now. Definitely worth using, even over Toxic Rain sometimes. While the Fire had its damage boosted by 50%, and Death Fog and Ice Storm both had their damage reduced down to almost nothing, so they're basically just used as like visual blockers now for getaways or whatever. And for the last 2 damage spells, Meteor Strike had its cooldown reduced and cast time reduced, and Blizzard had its damage increased by 30%. And lastly, the changes to debuffs, which is arguably the most significant. Slashing, piercing, and bludgeoning debuffs in Necromancy. The cooldown was increased by 500%, stat cost by 400%, and the magnitude was reduced by 50%. So they take like 5 times longer to recharge, and they're only about half as good as they used to be, which is good. They were super overpowered. So overall, really good changes. Happy with the direction the game's going. And looking forward to seeing more balancing stuff in the future. Guys, like I said, check back soon. I'm going to be working on some different videos for each of the spell schools. So I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.